One. Alright, tonight's live, we're going to go live with John Rare, Deathmatch legend.
I don't consider myself a legend. Thanks for everybody for joining. So I'm being interviewed by Shady Jane here, one of my oldest rivals.
And we're doing a giveaway tonight. For the top gifter tonight, it will be a signed mask. You want to tell them what it was from?
This mask was actually worn during the Jason Jr. Battle Royal all the way back in 2008 at Backyard Wrestling Mania 7, where all the characters were Jason Jr.'s.
And I will send that to the top gifter. So at the end, at 7 o'clock on the dot, it'll end. So the top gifter at 7 o'clock on the dot will receive that mask. And I'll get with you at the end of the live.
So if anybody's got questions, obviously throw them up in the bottom and get ready for the interview.
All right. All right, so tell me what deathmatch wrestling is. For those out there who don't know exactly what deathmatch wrestling is.
All right, deathmatch wrestling, everybody's used to the hardcore and that style. The hardcore is what you see in more or less AEW because, WWE has toned down a lot of their stuff, so that's, not even hardcore. So AEW is what you see on TV that's hardcore. But when you start going up a notch using real glass, not the sugar glass like bigger companies use, but real glass, thumbtacks, barbed wire that's not trimmed at the top, and like myself, I like to use razor wire a lot, and fire. Real fire, not the fake shit that, the cheap alcohol.
Okay. Well, so for those also out there, what is the difference between indie wrestling and pro wrestling?
Indie wrestling in general is the minor leagues. There's thousands, literally thousands of them across America, who knows how many around the world. That's indie wrestling. And basically the only big leagues that you can consider big leagues is obviously WWE at the top, AEW underneath them, along with New Japan, and you got your other big ones out there, TNA. NWA is still around. NWA deserves a lot of respect for even being in the game this long. I wish they were more televised than what they are right now, but that's the gap right there.
Okay. So, where did you start off?
My first backyard match, because I was a backyard wrestler, I loved Mick Foley, all the crazy shit, Terry Funk, all that kind of stuff. That's what I loved. But we started off in a backyard match March 5th of 2000. Me and Randy Feckler, I can never get his last name right, but we did a backyard match all the way back in 2000 in Illinois, Pittsburgh, Illinois. And was going to go, thanks for the likes, going to go to Dory Funk's training school in Florida. But I met the love of my life, the one that's doing the interview, Shady Jane, and it kind of changed my plans on, what I wanted to do at the time. But eventually we moved down here to Alabama, got more into the local scene, started doing, indie wrestling, and got hooked up with Kevin Brandon, and that's where I became, the deathmatch guy.
So from the deathmatch wrestling, you went to the indies, right?
Well, no, I was on the indies before I went deathmatch. I was on the indies from 2007 till 2010 when I got introduced to Kevin Brandon, and beyond that, I started doing death matches on the indie circuit.
Okay. So I see you wearing a New Religion shirt. You want to talk about how that came about?
The New Religion Hey, Logan. The New Religion was a brainchild of Talon and myself. I can't remember like how we pitched it and how it came really forward, but me and Talon came up with the idea. We ended up adding a few other people. Like there's been like 4 versions of the New Religion. And I know me and Talon's version, we were setting out to try to change tag team wrestling in Alabama, which got extremely stale at the time. And of course, the only other team out there fighting like hell, like we were the Sickness, the Beast Bryant Woods, and rest in peace, Spider Boudreaux. So me and Talon had to face the Sickness a lot. And, you know, jump-started our careers, and it was, you know, that was us representing the New Religion, them representing the Sickness. Now, where the New Religion has came from there, with what J-Impact did with it, with what Scott Patterson did with it, and with what White Lightning did with it, because without White Lightning, we would have never been introduced to Scott Patterson, and I knew Jay, but, you know, they did all the stuff about, you know, the higher-ups, and yeah, that kind of stuff. So, you know, New Religion brought in a shitload of, my bad, I'm not supposed to cuss. A lot of bad, you know, we got to meet a lot of good people.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on from New Religion. Your Carnage Cups. When's the next one?
Carnage Cup 13, pay attention people, Carnage Cup 13 was announced for, if I'm correct, October 21st and 22nd or 20th and 21st. It's Saturday and Sunday, so it's 2 days. It's like the 3rd weekend of October. So just get with IWA Deep South, Kevin Brandon to look up the exact dates. But this is always a crazy show. If anyone knows Carnage Cups, the Saw Death matches changed the game in Carnage Cup at Carnage Cup 7. And it ain't been the same since. So, if you have never witnessed a deathmatch show, or you have never witnessed one of my Saw Death matches, come out to, I think it's McKenzie, Tennessee or something. Once again, look up the IWA event page or something. It's IWA Deep South Carnage Cup 13. Get all the information from them.
Okay, and so other than the wrestling end, you have a YouTube channel that shows movies and B-rated stuff.
Correct. The John Rare, just John Rare YouTube channel. This interview will be on there as well. Camera right there. Lots of footage on there from IWA Deep South to an upcoming show, Venom Championship Wrestling, which will be in Cropwell, Alabama at the Celebrations Home. That one will be September 9th. It's a Friday night, so it's either 8th or 9th. It's called Venom Championship Reloaded. Tons of big talent on there. I'm excited about it because someone I've had my eye on for a while, by Lawless James Barrett. Me and him's going to tie up for the first time ever. So I'm going to make it as epic as possible because it will be available on my YouTube channel. And, you know, lots of great stuff on there. And yes, Carnage Cup 13, it was announced. It's going to be called Saw Final or Final Saw, something. It's something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Well, now, how many factions have you been in counting Backyard Days in your career? And most of the time you come up with that.
You know that comment at the bottom, who that is?
That was what I declined.
Okay, I didn't know. Opium OD. Don't know.
Yeah, I got them. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to get the questions in here. How many matches? I could not tell you. I know my record. I know in the backyard it was like 1,000. But pro, I have no clue. I've never kept track of my pro stuff. Backyard was ridiculous because I was John Rare, Thumbtack Jack, the Damian Iceman, Stalker, Vega.
Okay.
Just keeps going. I mean, how many people was I?
Yeah. Even had somebody called Fly Guy.
Yep, Fly Guy.
He wore pantyhose on his head.
Yeah, well, no, that was Stalker. Fly Guy was the white mask with the dreads.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And Fly Guy, of all things, was actually the heavyweight champion at one time. That guy was taken serious. That's when you know the backyard was really going downhill. What's the next question?
Okay, so this is a question that I thought you should have covered in a lot of your interviews, but you always forgot. But what do you have to tell people that walk around saying wrestling's fake? They get paid a lot of money to do this, and, you know, they disrespect the wrestlers that actually are being paid nickel and dimed, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, when someone someone says the business is fake, the outcome is predetermined, but there's nothing fake about the damn ring. You're literally wrestling on wood and steel. One fall can literally break your hip, fracture your leg, which is what happened to me. And in an instant, you're crippled and you're just down. I caught myself there, censored. I was practicing this on being good today. Steve Austin didn't like being rushed in his interviews, and I don't want to be rushed in mine. All right? So, yeah.
Anyway, make sure you're tapping the screen, get the likes up so we can get more people in here. Follow if you're not following me yet. I just reached 1,300 people, followers, and pretty soon once I get it up more, then I'm eventually gonna start a merch shop. But tonight we're doing an interview with John Rare. If you missed that in the beginning, we were going over the beginning parts of his wrestling days, and up until now, and a few shows that he's going to be involved in the future. We are doing a giveaway for the top gifter for the Jason mask, signed by John Rare. It will be either mailed or driven to you, depending on how close you are. So.
What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that?
Talents in a store gift.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do this.
Thank you.
Oh,
thank him.
You just say thank you. Okay, heart, heart. Okay, let's do the next question.
He's not used to doing live interviews, so. But all right, next question. Let's see. When you first started in the business, did you make a lot of money when you first did your first match?
No. I couldn't tell you how many shows that I did for like $10, $20, driving, an hour, 2 hours away to basically, do a show literally for gas money and then a McDonald's sandwich half the time. Like when me and Phil Payne traveled, it was usually no pay basically and a McDonald's hamburger on the way home. And that was usually the money. We were just doing it for fun. Death matches started paying, more. And obviously my rate has went up along with everything else every year. So, if you do it right, yes, you can make money in the business. And that's the way you should be. You got to make money.
So that should show you that you should respect wrestlers that come out and they put on good shows for everybody. Yeah, you can cheer for who you like, boo who you don't like, and that's just the way it is, and that's how it's chosen in the indies and in deathmatch. But and also everybody say it's all planned, but before the match, the wrestlers don't even know who's going to win until like right before the match, and that's just information I had gathered. So my next question for John Rare is we're going to be covering a lot of clips and going down memory lane next Sunday. um, talking about each individual Carnage Cup, and you know what was more significant about it, what was match of the night about it, you know. So, and make sure you follow him on YouTube because he keeps up, you know, current events daily on there. But yeah, give me a follow. I follow back, and now we're gonna continue with questions with John Rick.
What was the question?
So this next question is, have you had any crazy fans?
Yes.
Or crazy stories about fans?
Well, I always think it's funny to tell this story because you were there when it happened. It was I think it was the show in Raglan, Alabama, where after the... Is that an interview? You're plugging your own thing. Yeah, she plugs her own show during the live. But it was the show like after my match. We were sitting on the bleachers, and I think we were getting ready to go, and that girl came up and sat next to me and said something about if I wanted to go home with her. And I was like, no, I'm here with my wife. And she said she can join too. And you were right there. Yeah, that was we left. We left, and Sheena didn't kill nobody.
Can't say K. That word.
Sorry. It looks like Randy Epperson has joined. He is the promoter, owner of Venom Championship Wrestling. Next show, September 9th, Cropwell, Alabama, at the Celebrations home. You're going to want to be there with a lot of money. You can ask the next question.
Okay, so what was the craziest match you've ever done that made you feel like you went too far and questioned everything?
Okay, the Venom show is September 8th. I was wrong on that. I kept thinking 9th, but it is the 8th. That's the Friday night. So that's even better, people. September 8th, Friday night, Cropwell. So you said, was there a time that I went too far, or I just thought something went too far?
That something went too far.
No, me and you, Talon, I don't think I ever went too far with you. I thought we told one of the most perfect stories. Like, I loved how all of our stuff went. I would say the time that, I don't know, I wouldn't say I necessarily did anything too far, because all my stabbings, despite what anybody says, were done as safely as possible. The grinder spot that I did the spider, I literally did it to myself first, that I got a scar on my arm from, just to show how smooth it would be. So I would always say everything I've done to the most extreme safety as I could. Now, yes, that is true. I did stab Christian Cross in the arm with a machete. Very damn safe. Sorry. Very safe. Carnage Cup 9. Order it on the Smart Mark video. Title match. I don't know where it's at right now. Just look up your IWA footage.
Okay, so next question. Who was the best person you could work chemically with in the ring?
Well, you know, me and... I would definitely say me and Spider, me and Phil Payne. We were always super smooth for some reason.
Like it flowed.
Yeah, like me and Trey or Phil Payne, you know, every move we knew what the next move was going to be. That was our chemistry there. Like, me and Talon had great matches, but I wouldn't say it was up there with me and Trey's like fluent level of how smooth we were on every damn move. Like me and Talon's last match when he finally beat me for the title, which was his first win over me in his whole career, like everything in that match told a story that was almost perfect. And that is on my channel. Oh, okay. Sorry, we were reading Christian Cross and Talon. The match we didn't know we needed. Now we got 10 more minutes on this live, and of course we did mention next week at the exact same time, correct?
Yeah, next
We're going to
Sunday.
be doing a Carnage Cup interview on the same exact TikTok and of course my YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in 1 week from tonight with some exclusive
in-depth match details about each Carnage Cup.
and Carnage Cup 13.
Yep. So, before we get off here, we got about 9 minutes on the dot. Right now, Talon Sorrells is our top winner so far for the mask, the Jason mask, autographed by John Rare, and it will be put in the mail to you.
If it's Talon, Talon's going to come get the damn thing and watch a game. A football game, Talon. Yeah, we will be talking about Carnage Cup next week. So, Christian Cross, if you want to tune back in next week, definitely come back because I'll definitely talk about me and your match at Carnage Cup and, you know, what happened that weekend. That's always a fun story.
Okay. So, and also we're going to start doing more videos with other wrestlers, interviews. You don't know who I'm going to bring on my channel. I know some other people that have more followers that are going to come in and start doing lives with me, and I'm going to start battling and all that. So I'm going to start keeping up with the TikTok, and it's going to be, so if you need any wrestling information, go to John Rare about that on his YouTube channel or Facebook. So, we got 8 minutes before we do the giveaway.
It looks like right now Randy's trying to get Talon to come to the show. Talon's saying, I'm retired, man, I can't do it. And then Randy is also saying, didn't say you got to be part of it, I meant just there as a fan. So now Talon's probably going to reply to this.
Okay, I've just now thought of another question.
Ooh.
Okay, so all these years, what kept your drive? Like, why did you keep wrestling? What, fed your fuel, or you know what I'm saying?
Well, this would be the best story that I can give right here, and hopefully someone's listening to this. But for Carnage Cup, there was one name synonymous for Carnage Cup, and that's the Freak Show, who appeared in 11 out of the 12. And it's always been like, stay in there and keep going and try to get up there to his level of appearances at Carnage Cup. And I believe this one this year is my 7th. Well, wait a minute. Let's see. Yeah, this will be my 7th appearance at Carnage Cup, which, if I'm correct, I'd have to look it up, but I think I am. If I'm correct, that's the second most Carnage Cup appearances. So...
Okay. Are you gonna make it to 10 cups?
Am I going to make it to 10 cups? This is the 7th one, and I'm honestly saying it's the last one. But we all know what happens when I say that I'm going to retire and walk away. But I really want to be done this time. I'm more interested now in trying to build the younger generation and try to get the newer generation over here. Like, if you haven't seen what I've been doing over the last, few years, it's been doing nothing but building the younger generation and trying to get their name out there.
Okay. So we got another 5 minutes. So we got maybe enough time for 2 or 3 questions. Does anybody else have a certain question they'd like to ask Mr. Rare?
Yes, I know I've retired a lot, Talon. Hell, I retired how many times in the backyard? At least 3 times in the backyard.
Yeah. Any questions that we need to ask Mr. Rare? How's he feel about facing James Barrett September 8th?
I'm excited about it. Like I mentioned earlier, I've had my eye on him for a while. And when I release my promo this weekend, or this week sometimes, you'll get a more in-depth how I feel about him. But I'm excited about that match, and the fans definitely need to look out for it, as it will be on my YouTube channel. But you need to come out and see it live at Celebrations February 8th, Cropwell, Alabama.
All right.
Smooth.
Yeah. Okay. So, do we have any other questions? Thank you for the gifts.
Almost at 2,000 likes. Not bad.
How did you get the name John Rare?
Okay, see, this is
It's gonna be a story. So
no, this is a funny. I mean, it's a simple one. To be honest, the name Rare simply came from Rareware, the name or the company that made Donkey Kong Country. I just took the Ware off of it and called myself John Rare. Yeah. Weird. Yeah, that's where my name fucking came. Fletchin.
Okay. No, he is not Irish either.
Atariento sin. Bay!
Thanks for the likes, guys.
Nope, not from mistake. I was a huge Super Nintendo guy, and Rareware was one of the companies, and for whatever reason, I just took the name off of it and kept it Rare. Got a little under 2 minutes here.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. We got... Where do you see yourself in the wrestling business in 5 years?
I'd love to have my own promotion and be retired and really, train and build up a lot of this younger generation. That's what I would like, but I don't see that happening.
Retire 17 numbers, maybe?
Oh, come on, man.
Retirement number 17. Thank you for the gifts. So, September 8th, we got Venom Championship Wrestling, and then we got Carnage Cup, October
20th or 21st or 21st, 22nd.
Just follow IWA to find out that information, and we're fixing to do the giveaway. We got 1 minute left with Talon leading and the gifts. Thank you, Talon, and thank you for all the likes and the follows, guys. I follow back. We're going to start interviewing more wrestling from the photographers to the commenters to...
Watch it, Blaine Evans. He's talking some smack.
John Rare retirement.
Well, I had fun. Let's see.
Alright, it's 7 o'clock on the dot, and it says Talon is our top gifter tonight.
So, Talon, it's only right that you get the Jason Jr. mask.
Yes, so it's yours. It will be autographed by John Rare, and he'll be happy to hand deliver that to you.
I'm going to have to look up and see who actually wore that one as well.
He says, okay, see you in 20 minutes.
Alrighty, well,
We're going to end this live, and next Sunday, same time, we'll go into more depth about Carnage Cups.
See ya.
Bye.